to see it. Happy Sunday, guys. We're going to get started because we have some things to talk about. I have two amazing guests. I have Top Badge Jessica and NYX here as guests on my show today. Welcome. Let's go over a couple of rules before we get the show started. There's absolutely no trolling in the stream today, okay, guys? Absolutely no trolling in the stream. So if you will troll or if you choose to troll, you'll be removed. We don't do that here on On Your Glow, formerly known as Self-Care Sundays. Also, to my guests, which I know they know, there's absolutely no cursing. Let's try and keep it very cutesy, very high vibrational and warm. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If I don't say hello to you, if I don't thank you for the gifts, thank you. Hello. I appreciate you so much for being here each and every Sunday. And yeah, we're going to talk. Also, please do not request the box if you are not a featured guest on my show. It is not allowed. As a thank you to all the beautiful people coming in here today and gifting me, I will be shouting out the number one gifter of my stream on my story today. Also, another reminder, if you see anything that you like with what I'm using or products I'm using, tools I'm using today, and would like more information or want to know where you can purchase it, you can add me. Make sure you hit me with a favorite here, add me on Instagram, and check out my Amazon storefront. You can see all products I use there today. So let's get into the show. My name is Tantric Lova. Thank you so much for being here. I chose to do the show Own Your Glow, which is formerly known as Self-Care Sunday. And basically, what does that mean? It's how do you own your glow? And how I choose to own my glow is by doing my skincare. Everybody who's been here, which is everybody, knows that. And once a week, I like to show myself some love by doing my skincare and making sure that I upkeep my face and just like what I do to it. And I let you guys all know what's going on with that in regards to that. So this week I will be doing another mask that I actually updated my mask that I purchased. Where did I put it? Everything is everywhere. I actually updated my mask that I got from Lush. And so I will be, okay, are you trying to get down now? All right. I will be doing that mask today. If I can find it, here it is. So my skincare routine is really simple. It's actually gotten a lot simpler. I basically wash my face already off stream. So I use my daily cleanser. Right now it's Truly Pure and it's the turmeric and honey hydrating antioxidant cleansing gel face wash. I do this every single day. You guys know I'm obsessed with turmeric. So turmeric really goes in there and brightens my face and gives me a nice little clean shine. So I wash my face with that. I also, to wash my face, I use this rubber ceramic facial scrub. This thing is so amazing. It honestly has changed my game because I used to use like the mechanical face scrubbers, and they used to actually like break me out or tear my skin because it was really, really like aggressive, and my skin is actually really gentle. So I didn't like it. So I definitely switched to these, and I have these on my Amazon storefront if you guys want to purchase them. Amazing. It's really changed my game. So now we're going to go in with a deep pore cleansing scrub. This is Seed and Clay Probiotic Technology Brightening Gel Facial Scrub. So it's going to go in and just kind of give a deep pore cleanser to it. It has vitamin C. This really, it just comes in and clears all of that dead skin, any kind of purge left from your face, like just like how you typically should wash your skin twice when you're taking a shower. The same concept goes for your face. Make sure you do like a basic daily wash cleanser. And then when you're trying to do any kind of skin regimen, absolutely. Whenever you're trying to do any kind of skin regimen, you want to make sure that you go in and you do like a deep pore cleanser to kind of remove all the dead skin and things like that. It's really needed. So what do I do to remove that? I use my ultrasonic sound scrubber. This tool is amazing, okay? This tool is amazing. It goes in and it just lifts up all that dead skin. I absolutely love this tool. It is on my Amazon storefront. Again, if you want to see any of these products or any of these tools, make sure you hit me with a favorite and add me on Instagram. Then I'm going to go in with my mask that I got from Lush. I did not make this, but it is something that you can make. It is the Don't Look at Me Fresh Face Mask. It's an enzymic lemon and softening sparkling face mask. that gets your dull skin back to zest. I love this. I love Lush. If you don't know what Lush is a natural soap store. And so you can go there and get a lot of natural products, natural soaps, natural face masks, oils, lotions, things like that. It's amazing. So I'm going to be doing that mask. I'm only going to be doing one mask today because I'm going to be doing a night mask. So you guys won't see it, but I did it already and it's amazing. It's by Biodance. I added this to my Amazon storefront because I love this mask. It is one of those bio collagen deep face masks that you've been seeing on social media. You go on, you put it on at night, you sleep with it on, and then you wake up and it's just amazing. Oh my goodness. I am obsessed with it. So I want to kind of keep my regimen really, really light today. I will be making I will be doing just serums and toner after that. So after I finish my face mask, I go in with a toner and I put everything on my table and now I can't seem to find it. So I go in with a toner. This is Weekend Glow Daily Brightening Solution. I love this toner. It's amazing. So I'll go in with a toner and then finish up with some serums just for the day and then do my deep collagen mask at night. So right now I'm using the Seed and Clay Collagen Peptide Pumping Skin Serum. Amazing, 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 amazing. And then I'm going to finish with my Sepay Hyaluronic Acid and Snail Mucin. Snail Mucin. Oh my gosh, Snail Mucin. Korean skincare. It's the new craze. I'm addicted. I'm obsessed. Make sure that you guys also get on it. If you are trying to age backwards and really take your skincare to a next top notch, get into Korean skincare, okay? It is the best. You guys, if you're just now tuning in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys so, 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 so much. Thank you for all the gifts, all the comments, all the love. I appreciate it. Before I bring my two beautiful, gorgeous guests on, I kind of wanted to get into a topic today that was asked about me last week in my DMs. They're like, Tantric, your teeth are so white all the time and they look so amazing. How do you get your teeth to be so white and look so nice? And honestly, I thought about that question for a while and I'm like, let's get into it because I have talked about my teeth and oral care. That's been a topic of conversation here on Own Your Glow, but I wanted to make sure that I really focused on talking about actual teeth whitening because that's actually a obsession of mine. So yes, there are so many different ways. I used to, I don't anymore, but I used to brush my teeth on stream all the time. Yes, you're right. So, me personally, I think that great oral care, obviously, as well as whitening, starts with an amazing toothbrush. If you don't have a good toothbrush, how can you get the dirt off your teeth, right? And in order to get your teeth white, first we need to get the dirt off the teeth. So I think having a good toothbrush is really, really important. One of my favorite toothbrushes that I use is the ProSys Variosonic toothbrush. It is an electronic toothbrush. This toothbrush is amazing. It gets in there, it gets into all the nooks and crannies. I love it. It's a soft bristle toothbrush, which is what is recommended, right, by your dentist. Make sure to go see your dentist too. That should have been the number one thing. Make sure that whenever you are trying to do anything with your body, you go seek medical advice first before trying to do any kind of DIY practices at home. So like I said, I think great oral care starts with a good toothbrush. So I make sure that I start with good toothbrushes. This is another toothbrush I really, really like. It's really basic. I got it at Walmart. I get these at Walmart. They come in a 4-pack. But I love these toothbrushes because they're a medium bristle. And so I will actually use a toothbrush instead of a tongue scraper. I'll use a toothbrush like this to get the back of my teeth and my tongue. I don't know why. I just do. I just feel like soft bristle brushes don't really do it. So I like a really good tongue scraper or a good a medium hard toothbrush. It's really, really good. Yes, I love medium bristles. They say it's not good for you, but you know what? I'm also not a dentist. So, you know what I'm saying? Listen to your dentist, as they say. But yeah, so that's what I like to do. Now, in regards to like different techniques to whiten your teeth, my go-to, the holy grail, in my opinion, and you have to be very, 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 very careful when you're doing this. But my whole go-to holy grail is a mixture of baking soda and hydrogen peroxide. Now, this combination will whiten your teeth almost instantly. But you have to be very, very careful. You have to make sure it doesn't touch your enamel and it doesn't touch your gums. Well, it will strip the enamel off your teeth, to be honest. But like, you have to be very careful. Don't leave it on too long, and don't make sure that you, like I said, you're very careful with it. Make sure, again, like, this is what has worked for me. This is not, I'm not a doctor, nor am I giving any kind of a medical advice. So, you know, it's what's worked for me. So make sure that you do it at your own risk, right? But yeah, so that is my go-to holy grail. If you have to go out tonight and you want your teeth white today, that is a good way to do it. Now, there are things that you can add to your toothpaste. So that is how my teeth stay white throughout the week, for sure. I will use, that's another thing too, along with a good toothbrush, you need a good toothpaste. I used to be obsessed with Arm & Hammer, the baking soda toothpaste. I still will do that from time to time. I like to switch up my toothpaste. Like, so once this is done, I'll probably go back to the Arm & Hammer, just so that I keep my mouth on guard. You know, my mouth doesn't get comfortable with a certain toothpaste because boom, we got a new one. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my go back and forth is the Arm & Hammer toothpaste. And then I am obsessed. This toothpaste is the holy grail, in my opinion. I love the Colgate Optic White. It's the only toothpaste that has like a sensitivity, right? That's strong, but it has a sensitivity, but it whitens your teeth. Like, I swear by this. They also have the strips. Crest is my go-to when it comes to the white strips personally, but Colgate also has the white strips. But this toothpaste is amazing. The Optic White toothpaste, I love it. It's on my Amazon storefront. I'm obsessed. I will put a little bit of toothpaste on my toothbrush, and then I will either put some baking soda, or I've really gotten into this teeth whitening powder, okay? They say that it's supposed to be a little bit more sensitive to like sensitive teeth, because as we get older, I've noticed with me, like, I can't drink soda. Like, sometimes it gets my teeth sensitive, or different things can get my teeth sensitive. The other day I drank something really cold, and it like activated the back of my mouth. I couldn't talk for like a whole 5 minutes. So make sure that you're really paying attention to the things that you're using and you're putting in your mouth, because as you're getting older, you're going to start getting like sensitive teeth. I know that with all the things I've done to my teeth with the teeth whitening stuff, I've definitely broke down a lot of the enamel in my mouth. So you have to be very careful, because it can cause sensitivity to your teeth. So make sure you're like aware of what you're using. Now, once you get past the powders and the toothpaste, it's always good to end with a good whitening product. I know that in the comments, a few people have been talking about charcoal. Now, I know that charcoal is really good, especially activated charcoal is really good with whitening your teeth, but you have to also be very careful when it comes to charcoal, because it's not good for your gums also, right? So studies have shown that like activated charcoal is good to whiten, but again, it's another product that can be very unhealthy for your gums. So you have to be very, very careful when using things like that. And I know that like I used to actually use Bright Smile or Pro Smile or something like that came out with a teeth whitening kit, and I have a few of those. But again, those are really, really can be really abrasive to the mouth. So make sure that you're careful with what you're using and putting in your mouth, because like when you do those teeth whitening things that you they have a way of affecting your teeth when you do other things like drink soda, you know. You guys, no trolling in my stream. When you drink soda or you drink something cold or something like that, right? It has a way of affecting your teeth. So I actually stopped using those teeth whitening at home products. If you are going to whiten your teeth that way, make sure you go and get it professionally done, so that, you know, obviously the professionals know what they're doing, right? So make sure that you do that. I don't think it's really safe to use a lot of those brightening, bright smile things at home. I know that they say it is, but be very careful. You know, you can really affect yourself. And like I said, even though, you know, it's cheaper or more cost effective, or, you know, it's more convenient, it's still, your convenience could be hurting you, right? So make sure that you definitely go and get your teeth professionally whitened if you want to go that way. These are just little tips and tricks for like kind of like maintaining white teeth, right? Like, so, and helping with plaque and helping with those kind of things. But make sure you go to the dentist and you, like I said, you get your teeth professionally whitened and things like that. These are just things that help me maintain my whiteness and maintain white teeth. I struggle with it too. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have perfect white teeth, right? My teeth are not like, they change from time to time. Sometimes I use products and sometimes I don't, because like, I just don't want to, right? So I also struggle with teeth whitening. And like I said, when you finish with all those things, make sure that you end with a good rinse, right? The best teeth whitening rinse that I've found is the Crest 3D Brilliance. This mouthwash is amazing. This is, if you want white teeth and you want to finish and you want to know that like, this is amazing. Like, this is amazing. I love this. If you want whiter teeth, make sure you get this mouthwash. I don't think it's in Listerine. I think Crest is the only one that has it. I'm obsessed with it. But if you want something that will help maintain like plaque and like, I don't know, supposedly there was my sister told me earlier that there was some kind of like, people are always going to say things, but I've been using this. It hasn't turned my teeth yellow, but I also whiten my teeth, like I said, daily. So, but I've been using this. It's really, really good for your gums. It's really, really good for helping with reducing plaque, which is something that I struggle with. So this is the mouthwash, and it doesn't have any of the fluoride in it. It's supposed to be much, much healthier. So there's no alcohol in this one either. There is alcohol in this, so be very careful when using products, right? Yeah, so they do have a TheraBreath version for whitening. I haven't used that one. I don't know if it's better or not, but like I said, I know that this is the holy grail. I love this mouthwash, and when it comes to mouthwash and when it comes to whitening your teeth. But like because I do so many other things with my teeth to whiten them, I don't necessarily need a teeth whitening mouthwash, right? So it's really how you want to go about your whitening and your oral care. But definitely those are some things that I have used and I love, I'm obsessed with. So make sure that, you know, like I said, all of these products and all these things can be found on my Amazon storefront. I will be updating it, so please don't judge me. I love you guys. You guys, if you're not just tuning in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lava. I am so excited for you guys to be here. I'm excited to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here yet again. Shout out to the top 3 gifters of my stream. You guys are going crazy. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Shout out to big motherfucking birthday queen. Oh, sorry. Big birthday queen Vutta. Shout out to Biggs, and shout out to Jessica, top badge Jessica. Thank you guys so much for being here. You can smoke in the comments, yes, but you can't smoke in the box. I did say fluffing girl, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so I know both my guests are here. If you guys are ready, please request a box. Let's get into the skincare. I'm super excited. Let's do it. It is Sunday. Yes, it is Sunday, honey. We don't do that right now. This is Own Your Glow, baby. Okay, get into it. No, my stream just broke. Okay, there you are. Okay. Yay. It is Sunday. Hello. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. Here just enjoying. Hey, Nix, where are you?
Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you.
I'm excited. I am so excited. I'm here to learn.
You already know what it is and what it isn't. You know what I'm saying? This is my A1 day one. I love her so much. I requested I'm here. Yes, yes, I saw your request. It glitched and I saw Jessica first, so I picked her. But anyways, let's get into the show so I can bring my next guest in. I'm super excited. So tell me, Jessica, how do you like to own your go?
All right. So I heard. So I like to own my glow. So I'm very simple, right? I really am simple. So I have very sensitive skin. So I'm like minimum on my stuff. So I don't know. Have you guys heard of bio oil?
Yes.
So I don't know about you guys. So I have lupus. So my skin can't, I break out in rashes in my face. So a lot of people can do mask. And I've always been very sensitive with things. So I started learning about, I get butterfly rashes lately, and I'm very embarrassed of it. So that's why I don't wear makeup. I'm just starting now to learn about makeup, but I was introduced to bio oil, which that is from South America or South Africa. So someone introduced me to that, and I didn't realize that it benefited my skin. So every time I get out of the shower, I started putting the bio oil lotion. So I do this every time I get out of the shower, and I was so amazed that it actually helped my lupus. So now it's just like part of my routine. So
Okay,
I
so
did,
let's talk about the bio oil before we move on.
yeah.
So what's the ingredients in it? How long have you been
Okay.
using it?
I actually, so let's get into it. Uh, it's water. Oh, now you're gonna make me. You know, English is my second language, right? You're gonna put me on the spot here. You're gonna have me here. Patrick, why are you doing this to
Okay, we
me?
don't need to know what's like the active ingredients.
Okay, the active ideal meal. Okay, so the active ingredients. Let's go. The active ingredients in here. So let's see. It says bam. So
Is it
South
like okay? So my
Africa.
question is, she's struggling over there.
I'm gonna
Okay,
got me.
so my
Yeah,
question
B. Did you see
is it
this?
like holistic? Is it like things that is it like things that like you can make at home, or is it like does it look like there's a lot of like chemicals in there? And what do you think is like really helping your skin? Because you said it's changed for you. So what is it doing for you? Is basically
Yeah.
the question.
So what it's a lot of like the seed oil, like a lot of these seed
Oh, okay, I love that.
oils that I can't find or pronounce on here.
Okay, period. And that's all. And
Yeah.
that's fine.
So like
So
a lot of the oils
how long have you been using the biofoil and what have you seen in changes in your skin? Let's talk about
since okay, so since I want to say since March.
that. Okay.
Since March of this year.
Okay.
I want to say, yeah, a March of, no, mentira, of last year, March of 2023, I've been using this.
Okay.
So thank you,
So
y'all.
a little over a year. And what have
Yeah,
you
a little
seen?
bit.
What changes have you
My
seen?
my purple rashes. So a lot of, I don't know if you guys know about lupus, but the purple rashes have gone away. So I don't get as many flare-ups on my face
Oh wow.
using this. And that was crazy to me. So I don't know if you guys know anybody that suffers from lupus, but the rashes on their skin is not so harsh. So
Okay.
that was very embarrassing to me.
Okay.
So that is something that, and it was immediate. And that's not a lot of steroids. So I don't know if you guys know anything, but we get harsh chemicals that we have to put on in steroids. I don't want to put steroids on my face, y'all.
So you haven't been
So
using steroids and you've been using the biofoil and it's been working for you. Oh my gosh. And it's been working
yes.
for you. So you haven't had a flare up in a year?
No, I'm gonna always get flare-ups, but as
Okay.
far as my face breaking out in
Uh-huh.
the rash, it
Okay.
has not happened to me.
Wow. I love that for
Hmm.
you. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yes.
So,
So that's
okay.
something, that's my glow up, y'all. So that
I
is very
love
embarrassing. That,
that.
yeah. And as a top batch, you know that we always have to be in front of the camera.
Right.
And with the trolls, you know, that's kind of something embarrassing for us.
Right.
So when we go MIA, you don't want, that's not something that we talk about.
Right.
So, you know, I disappear. So, or not even as a top badge, just anybody in general, because we represent the people. But
Right.
that's something that, that's something we have to be in front of people all the time. So that was my little secret that, that was pretty neat.
I love that.
That was
I
my
love
glow.
and I love that, obviously this is something you've lived with all your life. So we're gonna unpack this a little bit. And I gotta do it to you because I do know you. So being a survivor of lupus and like, having
Hmm.
to deal with that and how has that affected you? And what do you do? What do you do? How do you own your glow? How do you pull yourself out of like those moments and like still look so beautiful and are able to have such a beautiful glow and like smile and stuff? So like, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people struggle with things like that, if it's not lupus, some kind of other immune disease that just kind of takes them out of the game. So what do you do to bring yourself back to life?
Um, I think for me is my son, right? You always have people looking up for you.
Mhm.
Um, my legacy, that's my legacy. I never want people to think that there's nothing in this world that you can't accomplish. I'm not defined by my disability. Oh, you trying to break me, huh? Reverse Uno.
Right.
You're not defined by something that the world says, oh, you're stamped with this, right?
Right.
Um, I don't want people to say, oh, in my life, I grew up in the hood where my family was like, oh, I can't do this because I have diabetes. I can't do this because I have this condition. We're not defined by all of these sickness, illness, whatever it is. I think that's a crutch, right?
Right.
And that's all I've ever seen my whole life. And life will, by the blink of an eye, will pass by you if you don't take charge of it.
Absolutely.
And so I noticed that, especially when I have a reason to live. And you know that. If you don't do something by it, it will leave you behind. And I never want that to happen, especially when I have a child to look forward to. And I never want him to look and be like, mom is defined by A, B, and C. I
Right.
want him to be like, yo, mom, even if I couldn't walk, right, when I had my stroke, I never wanted him to be like, oh, that's all she was. I wanted him to be like, yo, mom can't walk, but she still was the best cook. Mom couldn't do this, but she did that. I think that we have to take accountability for anything that comes across our world, our path, whatever it is. Yo, make the best of whatever circumstance we have, y'all. We only have one life to live,
I
so
love
own
that.
it.
I love
Yeah,
it.
you gotta own it.
You guys, if you're now just tuning in, this is Own Your Glow. Own it, baby. This is Own Your Glow
Yeah.
with me, Tantra Glover. I got Tub as Jessica in the box with me. So tell me though, how do you own your glow? What are things that you like to do? I know that you said your son is definitely something that motivates you to stay happy and stay
Yes.
positive, but what are certain things that you like to do? I've had people come in and talk about meditation. I've had people come in and talk
Yes,
about
actually,
music.
right here, y'all. I am finally in my book nook. I actually was like, oh, she invited me. So, guys, this is actually my book nook. I made it just recently. I took a week off. I realized that I wasn't invested in myself. I'm always for everybody else, and I never did anything for myself. I just lost my father and I kind of lost it, right? We always do for everybody else and never do anything for myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of doing for everybody else. It's time to be a little bit selfish, just a little bit. So I realized I like to read. I want something that's mine. Kind of, I didn't know how to answer it, right? What do you do for you? I didn't know how to answer that just a little bit while ago.
Mhm.
So I love my plants. I love to read. So for me, it's meditation for myself, and read, do a little me time. So an hour a day, I sit down in my little book nook and I read, I pour into myself. And that's something that I haven't done in a long time. So once, yeah, an hour a day, at least 45 minutes, I put in my timer after my workout. I literally sit in my book nook, exactly where you're seeing me, and I pour into myself.
I
And
love that.
like 45 to an hour a day.
Right.
Event two, right? Just like I said, my little my face mask, put oil. I put my little, eucalyptus. I put my little eucalyptus plant in my shower because I love the oil that the eucalyptus plant releases in my shower. Put the eucalyptus oil. I don't know what it is with the. Oh, I love that thing, that plant. I do that, and I spray my pillow mist on my pillow,
With
and that's what I
eucalyptus.
do.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that
I
is
love
something that
that.
I do for me, y'all. And
I
that's
love
something
that.
I
And
just
I
never
just wanted
done.
to say I'm so sorry for your loss. That's really hard, especially, as we
Hmm.
get older with dealing with loss and things like that. That can be really tough. So, I'm
And
sorry for your loss. My
we
condolences.
good. Yeah, but no,
So,
we
so
actually, and my plants, y'all.
So let
I'm
so
a
let's
plant
unpack
mama.
some let's unpack some of the things you said because you said a
Okay,
lot and
all
I
right.
love that for you
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah, yeah,
she
yeah.
also well she doesn't anymore but she used to have a featured show It Takes a Village and I really wanted to bring it back even though it made me cry. So she answers questions and puts it all in the thing. So we're gonna unpack it really quick because you said a lot. So you basically said that you um like to meditate because I know you used to do like a meditation stream for like a daily affirmation stream.
Yes.
So what about meditation does it for you and why have you made it such a priority like and what are the changes you've seen in your life with doing like meditation and affirmation even with your new book nook like taking the time the 1 hour like how does that affect you and why should people like kind of get into that?
Because I think when there's power in the tongue, there's a saying in Spanish that says, um, there's a saying in Spanish que dice, um, ay Dios mío, que dice, hay poder en la lengua. So, which means that there's power in the tongue, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I feel like there's so much negativity going. So I feel like if you always talk about negativity, and there's so much, and especially in the live stream world, right? If all you talk about is negativity, that's all you're going to focus on. You're going to welcome it. That's all you're going to just focus on. I feel like if you start the day off with a positive affirmation, then you're welcoming positive things into your life, right? Um, and it's funny because again, right, English is a second language for me. When my kid was younger, we started off with a word of the day. So I wanted to expand my vocabulary. So I said, you know what? Let's make this fun for those that are coming into my stream. Let's do a word of the day. Let's do I don't know, let's do a meaning of something that you guys normally do. And let's do it as I'm going to talk about this word and put it, and let's look at the positive rather than the negative, and let's focus on it. So every time I hear it, I'm thinking of manifestation. So then all of a sudden, everybody's like, hey, Jess, what's the word of the day? So every time I hear it, I'm thinking positive things instead of negative things. And
I
all of a sudden, always everybody was like, yo, Jess, I heard this word and all I thought about was only positive things. And
love
that's
that.
how it just ran off, and it kind of just took meaning for itself.
You guys, if you're not just joining in, this is On Your Glow with me, Tendrick Glover. Honestly, when you think of Jessica Top Edge, Jessica, you think of good vibes, baby, okay? You think of good vibes, good energy. I love that. I've seen a few comments with questioning. What's
Okay.
on my face right now? I have a face mask on here. It is Don't Look at Me Fresh Face Mask. It is by Lush. I did not make this, but it smells and feels amazing. So definitely check it out. I cannot add this to my Amazon storefront, obviously, because it is at a natural soap store. So you would have to go purchase this. But that is what I have on my face currently. And I'm just excited because I want to see it's a new one. I haven't done this one before. So I'm excited to see what
Does
it's
it
like.
burn?
It doesn't burn, it tingles. I don't really like to do too many masks that burn. Those are more peels in my opinion, but this definitely
Okay.
tingles and it smells like almost like grapefruit. It has such a great
It's
smell.
not me going.
Yeah, take a whiff. Anyways, like I said, when it comes to Top Badge Jessica, she is literally known and associated with good vibes. You have the best energy. And I love that you talked about setting like affirmations. I was actually having a conversation yesterday about like like speaking words into speaking things into existence, right? And it can be as little as like so me and my friend, we were looking for parking space. I'm like, oh, we're never gonna find parking. And they were like, don't say that, okay? You got to speak what you want into the universe. So I was like, you know what, you're absolutely right, we're gonna find a parking space right now. And we did. Like, as soon as I said that, somebody was literally pulling out of the car, out of their space, and we got one. So I think setting affirmations, speaking words into existence that are positive, leads to a positive mindset as well as a positive life. I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for sharing that. You guys, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the comments. Shout out to the gifters. Shout out to the top 3 gifters of the stream right now. Shout out to Biggs, Dalty, and Big Birthday Butter. All right. So tell me one last thing, okay, before I get you out of here, because I know you're a busy woman. I know you said you talked about affirmations, you talked about reading, you talked about your plants. Let's get into the plants, because I've had a few people come in here and talk about their plants. I'm assuming you're in love with eucalyptus. What does being a plant mama and like what does it do for you? How does it help you?
So funny story. My grandmother used to be like, she said, when I was very young, she gave me a plant. She's like, if you can keep this plant alive, you're going to be the best mother ever. And so she gave me the plant, and the plant, I loved that in the plant so much that it died. So when I became a mother, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be the worst mother ever. And so I panicked. So I overloved this plant so much. So when I became a mother, I was like, oh my God, I got this. I was the best babysitter ever. So when I got a plant, so when COVID came, all of a sudden I got a plant, and somebody said, hey, listen, you gotta love on this plant. And I was very depressed at this time. She's like, you have to give it light. And I realized that she's like, just love on it. Like if it was you have to open up the window. And I realized that it was a reflection of myself. Sometimes you gotta deny it a little bit, don't over love it. Just let it be like, let it, you don't want to be mushed, right? You don't want somebody on top of you all the time. Just let it be. And I realized that you have to give it some sunlight. You got to just give it a little bit. So I realized being a plant mom, and everybody who does have plant, you realize you got to love it how you want it to be loved. And it gives me a different sense of, it's therapeutic for me. So I love it. I love waking up on Saturdays, playing some Erykah Badu. It's just, I don't know, something about being a plant mom. I love opening it up. I love cooking and having my herb garden. I don't know if you guys don't have it, man, all I'm going to say is get you a plant and you'll understand what I'm saying. It's so therapeutic when you're going through something. It will give you another sense of peace. That's all I'm gonna say. Especially a man having a plant. Woof, Lord, that will plant daddy. Woo, Lord Jesus, I welcome you. I welcome you.
Like, hey, slide me like you take care of your plants. Hello?
That means you are selfless, and I welcome you and your glow. How about that?
Yes. You guys, if you're not just tuning, I love you too. If you guys are not just tuning in, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantra Glover. I got the beautiful, the glowing top badge Jessica in my box right now. Please hit her with a favor if you haven't already. You see the vibes, you feel them, okay? Shout out to the gifters. You guys are going crazy, okay? We love to see it. Shout out to Big, shout out to BB, shout out to Dalty. You guys, every time you come to my show, you show me love, especially when I come to your streams and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna come to your show, and you actually make it. It really touches my heart. So I appreciate you each all being here each and every Sunday. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the gifts, all the love. You guys, if you haven't hit Jessica with a favorite, hit her with a favorite right now. Jessica, what do you got going on in your stream? What can we find there other than the good vibes? Okay.
Nothing. We are trying to get It Takes a Village back on Sundays. We just need people to sign up. Listen, if you guys know an admin, I will finally give in and get an admin. I don't care what it is. Y'all, we are trying to get It Takes a Village back in. Everyone keeps asking. Tantric is like, I want to be back on. So we are going.
I sure don't. I sure don't. I don't like
She do, y'all. She do. She wants to be back on It
is an extreme. It Takes a Village is an extremely high vibrational show, you guys. So make sure you bring your tissue. It's so heartwarming. You'll love it. You'll fall in love with Jessica just like I have. And honestly, I cannot wait for you to bring back. I will definitely be a guest, but I will keep it very cutesy. I will not allow you to make me cry this next time. But I would love to have your show back for sure. I appreciate you so much.
You're welcome. But I do have a fun one on Fridays. Is So You Think You Can DJ. That one is fun. That one is goofy. But I do have 2 different ones. So listen, y'all. I'm trying to bring my shows back, but yes, that's it, y'all. I have 2 ones, so hit me up in the DM. I love you so much. All right, y'all.
Favorite Top Batch Jessica.
I love you.
Get out of here. Thank you so much for being here, Jessica. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Oh my gosh, you guys feel the energy. I absolutely love her. She's my A1 day one. You guys, my second guest, please request the box. Please, please, please. You guys, if you're wondering what is going on, this is Own Your Glow with me, Tantric Lover. I got a face mask on. All right, I'm letting it do its thing. It's been on for about 10 minutes now. I'm going to leave it on for another 5 to 10 minutes so we can do and activate and do the thing that it needs to do, because we need good skin, okay? This is how I show myself some care and love, and this is how I like to own my glow. So this is what I got going on. Oh my goodness, you are absolutely gorgeous. Happy Sunday, Nyx. Thank you so much for being here today. We're going to get right into it because, you know, the show's going on and we got to get into it. So tell me, how do you like to own your glow?
Well, okay, so I'm a beauty consultant, which means I own my glow by making others glow.
I love that. I love that.
So I hair, makeup, just all the things.
I love that. Okay, so as a beauty consultant and helping people, let's get into it, because I'm a beauty girly. I love it. I love talking all things beauty. So what are some things that you tell your clients or your people like to do to brighten their skin or to show themselves some love?
Right. So I offer different types of facials. Usually what they need is a lot of hydration as well. Everything really plays into each other. Whether it be like the skincare that they're using currently, a lot of the time, like they're using something that they just saw on social media, but it wasn't for their skin type. And so we'll go through a whole consultation and I'll find out their skin type and everything like that.
I love that. So basically you're saying that for people to make sure that they're doing what's right for their skin. So the first thing you would suggest is to make sure that they figure out what kind of skin they have, right? Right. Okay, so cool. So if you have, like, say, a dry skin type, right? Or like you're more dry, what are some things that you suggest? Like, what are some tips and tricks you suggest for people with dry skin?
So I remember that you had mentioned the Korean skin lines. So the glass skin, absolutely amazing for dry.
Okay.
Like I 100% recommend that. I offer different different facials and things at my salon, but those are way more higher end. I actually found some amazing Korean skincare lines through my girlfriends because they're all into it as well. Mm-hmm. And I have some that I can show you that I personally use as well. I have eczema. So my skin's extremely dry, especially after 4 kids. And I had radiation before because I had 2 different types of cancer. So that like dried out all of my skin.
Whoa, you've been through it and you look amazing. Yeah, we definitely need to talk because you look fantastic. I wouldn't be able to tell you have 4 kids and also cancer twice. So shout out to you for being a survivor. I love that. And yeah, tell us what you've done because you look amazing.
you. So I appreciate that. These masks are actually really amazing. I was frozen, sorry.
Okay, I was like, is that me?
It's VT Sika collagen masks. These are Korean masks,
Okay.
and I have one that's open already. It's like it helps with elasticity, which is something that all women need.
Absolutely.
Even men can use this as well. Okay, and so like just like the texture and everything, like it definitely has snail mucin.
I love snail mucin. I'm obsessed. At first I was like, ew, who wants snail mucin? But I love it.
Yes. You can use it daily as well, which is awesome.
Nice. I love that you touched on a point that I think a lot of people always seem to not realize is that skincare, what we're doing, we're taking care of your skin, face masks, things like that, are for both men and women, right? A lot of times you see these things and like people will be like, oh, that's for you, that's for women. No. Skincare, no matter what type of skincare it is for men and women. As long as you identify what type of skin you have before you get into any kind of products, like as she said, is so important. But yeah, I love that you definitely mentioned that. So if I have oily skin, what are some things that you suggest?
For oily skin, actually this product that I'm about to show you can be used for oily and dry skin. It's very light and it's for sensitive skin, like extremely sensitive. I have teenagers who have such sensitive skin they can't even wear makeup. Like their whole face will flare up in eczema. Like it's crazy. Wow. So it's a Madagascar Centella. Have you heard of that one? The intensive cream. So
no.
This one. So the enriched cream it is and then the intensive ampule. I always use the ampule first. It's kind of like a serum in a way, but it's very milky. And I can show you. Just like
nice.
It's
okay,
really
yeah, no, I thought.
Yeah. So, but with products, I feel like a lot of the products that are used for like these products, if you have oily skin, you want to use less product.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense because like you'll sweat it off anyways. That makes sense. So I have a question. Okay, sorry, continue.
Oh, I was just gonna say I also use like different machines as well. Like on people's faces that'll help with like fine lines and wrinkles and like balancing your face. I feel like as we get older, gravity's pulling our faces down or like different situations. In my case, like I had, not to like put my business out there crazy, but like I had like a really imbalanced face because I got hit in the face by my ex. And so like I finally like leveled everything out. And I use this machine. I don't have it with me. It's in my salon, but it has like sonic waves in it. It was developed by NASA.
Oh wow!
Lighting, hot and cold, and everything. And then I use this other one.
Is it like a LED or like STEM or something?
But it's made of 24 karat gold.
Ooh,
so it's amazing.
Okay. And then, where is this clinic? Where is this spa? I need to come and get a visit because my goodness.
I'll message you.
Right, I need to balance my stomach.
I also do like body contouring and things like that too.
I love that. I love that. You guys, if you're not just coming, this is On Your Glow with me, Tendra Glow. I got. Is it NYX or is it NYX?
I'm Nick Shadowheart.
I love that. It's Nick Shadowheart in the box right now. We're talking skincare because I am a skin girly. Okay, get into it. I love everything you've said, but I want to touch on something really quickly before. Please hit her with a favor if you have it. You see how gorgeous she is. I love it. I love it. You can't even tell how old you are. You can't tell everything you've been through, which I love even more. But you do say that you suffer from psoriasis. Was it psoriasis? Eczema. Okay, so as someone who goes through eczema, and there's a lot of people who do also suffer from that too, right? What are some things that help you with any type of outbreak, or what would you tell people who do have eczema? What should they stay away from?
Right. So a lot of the time when you have eczema, mine was actually, it started with hand sanitizer.
Really?
My hands too much, yes.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
So it causes like a reaction within your skin, and then it starts spreading because your body is pretty much attacking itself in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So Aquaphor helps a lot as a barrier, but a lot of definitely if you have eczema, contact a dermatologist.
Exactly, right.
They'll give you like steroid creams and things like that. I stopped using all of that, and this skincare line has helped a lot. The one that I just showed you, the Korean line, the Madagascar one,
Right.
my eczema.
I'm obsessed. Honestly, at first I was a little like, you know, but now that I've actually purchased the products, I'm doing the things, I'm seeing the difference. I'm a believer. I'm a believer, and I'm soon to be an addict because yeah, I've been stocking up and buying everything. I'm like, oh, Korean, I'm doing it, right? So but make sure that before you do get into like she said, before you get into any kind of skincare or any kind of skincare regimen at all, to go visit your doctor, check in with a dermatologist or a esthetician, and make sure that you get professional advice on the things that you should be doing with your skin, because you don't want to try things and then really hurt yourself, right? Me personally, I have no problem testing products on my skin and seeing what works and what doesn't work, because even if they do tell you, hey, use this, sometimes it just doesn't work for you, right? So it's good to always make sure you test and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So I love that. If you guys have not hit Nix with a favorite, make sure you do so. You see what all of the advice, all of the expertise. We love to see it, the beauty. So tell me something else that you like to do to own your glow before I let you go.
Actually, I wanted to ask if you had tried this product. I think that it's amazing. So I don't have the machine on me right now, but it's the Medicube. And it's
yes,
yes, you have it.
Wait,
I
have. Girl, I'm obsessed. I am obsessed. Yes.
So the machine that goes with it, the one that like, do you use that too, or have you tried it yet?
I have not purchased the machine, no.
Right now is the best time to purchase it because so I went to the Korean skincare store.
Okay.
It's like $200. Amazon has it for $50 right now.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna get it. Yes. So is it like how long have you been using it? And is it like I get get it get it right now?
For a month, just a month, and I've used it like once a week max. And I don't need Botox. Because of it. I'm telling you, it's amazing.
Wow. Okay, I'm getting it. I'm purchasing it today. That is the power of referral, guys. So make sure you add me with a favor. You hit my Amazon storefront. I am an Amazon girly. I'm a skincare girly. I love having guests like you, Nix, for coming in here with your like expertise, who are also skincare girlies. Shout out to you. Tell me what you got going on in your stream. I'm hitting you with a favor. What are we gonna see over there?
Well, I play Fortnite and other video games usually, like Call of Duty, and used to be RuneScape. Haven't really played that in a while. So mostly Fortnite. And then we have dance parties. So we actually had a little bit of one last night since I hit my 0.6 and we were celebrating. Or if a friend has a birthday, like we just go all out and have a great time. So it's all positive vibes. And
well, shout out to the 0.6. We love to see it. Thank you guys so much for all the love. They're all gamers over here, okay? I'm not really a gamer, but they all definitely are gamers. So you guys make sure that you hit Nix with a favorite right now. You see what she got going on. Oh, not you're asking what video games she plays. Please. I appreciate you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing all your information with us. I will definitely have you back because this is a lot and I want to unpack so much more. But I hope you have an amazing rest of your Sunday. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me. And
Absolutely. Yes. You guys, as you can see, I love this mask that I just put on. It is already brightening my skin. I'm super excited that I purchased it. I love a good natural soap store. Shout out to Lush for always keeping my masks up to date. Look at this. Oh my gosh, my skin looks amazing. You guys, thank you so much for everybody who came in today to show me love, show my beautiful guests. Shout out to Top Batch Jessica and Nix Shadowhunter for being here. Thank you guys so much for all of the love, the comments, the questions, the love. Thank you for always supporting me. This is Own Your Glow. Make sure that you always take time to own your glow and show yourself some love. If you don't, who will, right? Shout out to everyone who was here today. If you would like to Shadow Heart, I'm so sorry, babe. Nick's Shadow Heart and Top Bad Jessica for being guests today. If you guys would like to be a guest on my show, make sure that you hit me, Emoji J, or Jazzy Got Options, and we would love to put you as a guest on the show. I appreciate, yes, absolutely. I appreciate you all. Shout out to the top 3 gifters of the stream. Shout out to Biggs, Abibi, and Dalt. I will be shouting out my number 1 gifter of my stream on my story. I appreciate you guys for being here each and every week. And if you would like to be a guest, like I said, make sure you hit me up. I'll see you next week at 3 p.m. Okay? Make sure that you take the time to love yourself this week, guys. All right? Have a good Sunday. Love you.